I think we're good to get started. My name is Iskander Rakhman. I am an SDM at OpenSearch. Prior to Amazon, I built 2 startups, generated over 8 million in annual recurring revenue, Forbes 30 under 30, and as I shared in the story before, I love surfing. At least I try to surf and not to die. What I deeply care about are empowerment and inclusion. Empowerment and inclusion are going to be an overarching theme throughout the remainder of the presentation. So I'd like you to take a look at this image and recall the time when you were just starting a career in tech. Just recall it for a second. Now imagine yourself in the shoes of someone who is trying to break into or start a career in tech today. It is still challenging to navigate the rugged terrain of the journey to a career in tech. For example, there is a divide between academic curriculum in software engineering and what the tech companies actually demand. While a typical software engineering curriculum might have might dive into algorithms, algorithm complexities, theoretical foundations, or even classical programming paradigms. Tech companies often look for hands-on experience with certain tools, frameworks, or modern methodologies. Despite the pressing need for real-world experience, the opportunities and avenues for accessing those experiences are quite limited and reserved for just a few. And contributing to an open source project is that new venue that we decided to offer to a wide range of students, bootcamp participants, folks who are just starting to contribute and trying to start their career in tech. When I joined OpenSearch last year, I discovered the opportunity to introduce them to open source development through the lens of OpenSearch project. Once I received the approval from the manager at the time, Sean, and senior manager Charlotte, I went ahead and created something that's called College Contributor Initiative. What we knew at the time is that it wasn't just enough to introduce an open source project to students or contributors. You needed to provide mentorship. And we could offer some mentorship from AWS engineers. That also needed to come with dedicated office hours. Eventually, we wanted to make sure the mentorship was also provided by the participants to the participants. And there were some elements of gamification in there as well. It turned into 12 weeks of program, 17 AWS mentors, 7 participating teams, and each mentor dedicated over close to 2 hours per week. We had 400 participants that created over 275 new issues and raised over 150 PRs that were merged and dedicated over 10 hours per week. The program exceeded our expectations. If in February of 2023, prior to the start of the program, only 6% of external contributors, only 6% of contributions were from external contributors, by the middle of the program, around the peak of the program, that number went up all the way to 21%. What we also discovered is that mentors loved it. Mentors loved mentoring and teaching and training the next generation of aspiring engineers. Participants, they discovered they wanted to contribute more, and participants went even further. Not only was this the first experience for them contributing to an open source project, they loved it, and they went even further. Some of the results will be demonstrated by Andrey and Sergey.
Hello, 1, 2, 3. So my name is Andrey. This is my brother Sergey. We are from Kazakhstan. We are senior software engineers at EPAM Systems. This year we finished our master's degree at Rakhmanberdiyev University, and we are participants of the very first round of CCI in Kazakhstan. At this point, we have been familiar with the OpenSearch products for half a year, and during this presentation, we want to share our experience related to the CCI with you and those who will be participating in the future, as well as the outcomes we have achieved.
We were quite surprised that Amazon came to Kazakhstan and decided to start such an interesting initiative for Kazakhstani students, because previously the programs of this kind had not been conducted for us. And this meme shows the reaction of Kazakhstani students to this initiative. So I can explain why. So the participation is free. You will have mentors. You will work on what you want. You can contribute to the real world products. You will get new connections, and you can like pause your contribution and continue at any time. So all of this is very attractive for students, for people who want, for those who want gain the knowledge. And so that's why me, Andrey, and many other students were really inspired by this opportunity and decided to apply for it.
During the onboarding, there was some initial difficulties in understanding the project structure, architecture, tasks, which are typically common problems for all newcomers. But all this has been solved by the office hours. It was a surprise for us that the mentors were always happy to speak more than just the project, any kind of technical things. Also, we are more surprised that OpenSearch employees were willing to consult us. So if you have any idea for a service, you can freely go to an OpenSearch employee and ask for the advice. So that's a really amazing feature.
Okay, in our contribution, we wanted to solve problems that would be useful for both, for OpenSearch and for us. And we also wanted to close our knowledge gaps, especially on topics that we haven't worked on much. I can say some of them that we have worked on. For example, updating a lot of dependencies and fixing their vulnerabilities, updating deprecated functionality, creating different proposals. For example, improving main security check pipeline or aligning deprecation mechanisms. Also, we participated in OpenSearch UI compliance for OpenSearch dashboard, where we demonstrated and discussed what could be improved, and also participated in updating Webpack from version 4 to 5. And it was really interesting to see how people started to rally around the problems. An example, one of the students asked us to help with research on comparing OpenSearch UI library with other popular libraries because of our background. And it was really nice to help each other to solve problems together and yeah, share our experience.
Let's take a look at our outcomes. We gained some knowledge related to the OpenSearch. We became OpenSearch UI repository maintainers. And after that, we decided to build something based on our new knowledge. The first action to build something is form a small team. The initiator of the team creation was Aygirim Sulemenova. Together, we want to create something trendy with OpenSearch. Together, we start to think how to do that. And through countless of meetings and discussions, we came up with a product called Tapaska.
So yeah, that's one example of what happens if you combine OpenSearch and large language model. So Tapaska turns your store into a live assistant, and so usually we wanted to solve mainly one specific problem: poor interaction between sellers and buyers. So some alternatives or existing solutions are based on unstructured data, but we decided to focus on structured data and e-commerce sector, because e-commerce sector, shops, stores, and so on have a lot of problems. For example, existing search tools does not understand user intent, and that's why they suggest irrelevant products or shoppers often leave because they cannot find the desired product, or they have difficulties to find one. Maybe one more, that traditional method of interaction between seller and buyer takes a lot of time, and it's not really convenient for both sides. And that's why we just try to solve all of these problems also with Tapaska. So in essence, Tapaska is an AI chat that you store database to provide questions or answers for the customer questions, and it can understand user intent. And I'll just suggest to take a look at the demonstration that we prepared about Tapaska functionality. It will be short video, so yeah, let's see it.
Hello everyone. So we opened a store that's integrated with Tapaska. You know, I recently had a first date and I'm looking for a second date gift. Let's try to ask Tapaska what I can buy as a gift for the second date. So let's type, hey, can you recommend me a great gift for a second date? Okay, while Tapaska is thinking of an answer, let's go back to the store and see how I would usually search for a gift. So we're already on this store catalog page, and we can see 73 products. That's quite a lot, but it's fine. So let's start. Oh, snowboards. Oh, looks weird for a second date gift. Okay, let's skip it. T-shirt. It's kind of boring. And I don't even know her favorite color. So yeah, I don't think that's a good idea. So let's scroll down. Oh, necklace. You know, it sounds pretty good and it's more interesting. All right, maybe let's try to filter. Apply some filters. Okay. Okay, that's much better. We have bracelets, but you know, I don't know which one to choose and like how to explain why I choose this bracelet. But yeah, these options are favorites. So maybe let's check what we have from Tapaska. Oh, great. That's what was needed. Especially this one. Let's click on it. Okay. But you know, it would be great if I have an answer for the question why I should buy this one. And let's... Oh, okay, can you see it? The word why over the image. Let's maybe click on it. And as you can see, it looks like a live assistant in the store. We have a reason why I should buy it. And yeah, it looked great. Okay, I think it saved a lot of time for me. And yeah, thank you, Tapaska.
Actually, it was excited for us to participate in such initiative. We found new friends. We did what we want to do in terms of work. We made our first contribution to the open source, and we decided to build something that people need. Thank you. So yeah, give words back to Iskander.
Oh yeah, thanks. Thank you guys. So as you can see, they basically built a live assistant that makes every one of the 4 million Shopify stores a little bit closer to Amazon experience. So we already mentioned, we went over some of the things that the participants accomplished so far, and I think that's quite a lot. But let's jump back to today. We discovered that we, in essence, build somewhat of a aerial balloon express. So if you would find yourself on this rugged terrain to your career in tech, and you wouldn't know which trail would lead you where, how long it would take, how difficult it would be, we would offer you the ability to jump on this aerial balloon, have the bird's eye view, and move in a smooth, straight line to your destination. We launched the new iteration of the program. Because of the success of CCI, we launched a new iteration of the program called Open Source Contributor Initiative. as of it's live now as of September 20th. We have received over 4,500 applications in just 7 days from every continent except Antarctica, and we have a wonderful and amazing team of leading mentors that are introducing this program and onboarding these participants, from whom we picked 240 of which the quality was so high, of the applicants was so high, it took us quite a bit to pick the top 240. And because of now the background is not just undergrads, but also masters and PhD students, and as well as some bootcamp alumni from bootcamps such as Coding Dojo. The call to action is to, given high quality demand that we received, again, we get more of it than we can support. We would like you guys to connect with us if you want your open source project to adopt the model, or if you want to participate in the program in a sense of being a mentor, or if you have any resources in mind or any programs in mind that would benefit from OSCI, let us know and contact us here. If you liked what you saw and what you heard, there's going to be a QR code for you guys to review. I would highly appreciate if you could review it. All right, thank you.